Thank you, Madam Chair, and we appreciate your leadership in this very, very important hearing. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here. We appreciate all of your hard work and coming before us to discuss VA's fiscal year 2024 and 2025 budget request. The budget requests $324.5 billion in fiscal year 24 for the Department of Veterans Affairs, including medical care collections, the Transformational Fund, and the new Toxic Exposure Fund, representing a 5.4% increase over fiscal year 2023 enacted levels. This includes $137.9 billion in discretionary funds, a $2.9 billion or 2.2% increase over fiscal year 2023. The request includes $182.3 billion in mandatory funds, a $14.6 billion or 8.1% increase over fiscal year 2023. Within this amount, it proposes $20.3 billion in the Toxic Exposure Fund, the TEF, a $15.3 billion or 305% increase over fiscal year 23, and a new $1.9 billion request for major construction. The construction request is unusual, as major construction projects are a base discretionary requirement. The budget also requests a total of $112.6 billion in medical care advance appropriations for fiscal year 2025, $15.5 billion less than the fiscal year 2024 advance appropriation. Finally, the request includes $193 billion in advanced veterans funding. We're spending a lot of money for veterans. That's not a bad thing. Mr. Secretary, you made some news last Friday that certainly got the attention of this subcommittee. The EHRM reset and immediate halt to all deployment and pre-deployment activities is a big step and a necessary one. Over the last 6 years, this subcommittee has appropriated more than $10 billion towards this endeavor, and the persistent problems, as the chairwoman outlined with the system, are more than troubling. Stepping back and working with the Oracle Cerner to get the system functioning efficiently and safely at the existing sites is a responsible action. This decision has some budgetary effects, and I look forward to hearing from you what adjustments to the budget, either already appropriated or in the future, are needed. This budget seems to find VA in a period of transition, emerging from the pandemic and finding a return to normalcy and routine operations, while at the same time adjusting to and addressing the significant new requirements and workload resulting from the enactment of the PACT Act. VA has asked for significant amounts in the TEF, $15.3 billion more than last year. Isn't lost on me, though, that the mechanical and technical details of this budget request indicate that VA has very large unobligated balances in its medical care accounts. I hope to learn more about how the large boost in the mandatory request plays into decisions about how to utilize existing unobligated balances in medical care. In addition to updates on these big picture items, we also look forward to hearing details about the Department's request for mental health services, including efforts to combat opioid use disorder and prevent veteran suicide, initiatives to prevent veterans homelessness, and efforts to improve care for our rural veterans. We look forward to discussing these and other issues this morning. Again, thank you for your service and thank you for being here. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Boozman.